Candace Owens and Erika Kirk are now at the center of a controversy that has shaken the conservative media ecosystem, and it all revolves around an audio clip that Owens herself leaked. Think about it. One leaked audio recording, and suddenly the entire political space feels the shockwave. No financial scandal, no criminal charges, just a recording. But when Candace Owens claimed she had internal audio connected to individuals in Turning Point USA's leadership circle and then made it public, the narrative shifted instantly. Owens argued that the tone and reaction heard in the recording didn't match the seriousness of what she described as a sensitive internal moment. She openly questioned whether the organization's internal leadership culture truly reflects the values it promotes publicly. Her message was blunt: something here doesn't sit right. She framed it as an issue of transparency, saying if public figures demand accountability, then private conduct shouldn't be off limits from scrutiny. Leaked internal audio released by Candace Owens.
Need additional time off? Please talk to your director about using paid time off for that. And again, it's not easy, but again, grief is hard. Otherwise, honestly, Turning Point USA and Turning Point Action, full steam ahead, you guys. Charlie would want us to get back to work, and that's what we're doing, and that's what we did with the memorial, and I'm so honored and proud of each and every one of you, because that's what we're going to do in his honor and in his name. We have so much to do, which is exciting. Charlie in heaven is like, you guys thought you had a busy schedule then, just you wait. We have 300,000 new donors. That is...
According to Owens, the clip captures an internal conversation involving individuals closely connected to Turning Point USA's leadership circle. She said the audio was provided to her by insiders, and she made the decision to release it so the public could hear it and decide for themselves. Once the audio went live, social media erupted. X, YouTube, TikTok, the clip spread within minutes. Commentators analyzed the tone, words were dissected. Supporters argued this was real-time accountability. If something feels off behind closed doors, the public deserves to know. Critics pushed back hard, saying a private moment had been turned into content and that crossing that line has consequences. But the focus quickly moved beyond the audio itself. It became about Owens' intent. She didn't just post the clip, she added commentary. She suggested there may be deeper issues inside the organization, including leadership tension, internal power struggles, and tight narrative control. It's important to note those claims are disputed by others, but in today's media environment, perception often moves faster than verification. Owens' position has been clear: transparency over silence. She argues movements only stay strong when internal criticism is allowed. The opposing view is just as firm. Public infighting weakens institutions, and unity matters more than spectacle. That raises the bigger question. When a high-profile insider releases internal material, is that whistleblowing or destabilization? Erika Kirk's defenders emphasize context. They argue viral clips can't capture the full emotional reality of a moment. The internet compresses nuance and amplifies conflict. But once audio hits the public domain, control of the narrative no longer belongs to one side. In today's media landscape, influencers aren't just commentators, they are power centers. A single post can create institutional pressure, and when someone with Candace Owens' reach releases internal audio herself, the impact multiplies. This story is no longer just about a recording, it's about loyalty, power, transparency, and control. It's about how thin the line has become between private conversations and public consequences. By leaking that audio, Candace Owens didn't just challenge an organization, she forced a movement to look in the mirror. And the core question remains: was this accountability or escalation? The story is still unfolding. Reactions continue to pour in, and the debate is only intensifying. Some see this as a necessary reset within the conservative movement. Others see it as an unnecessary public fracture. Owens remains firm, saying the truth can be uncomfortable, but silence isn't the answer. Critics warn that once internal trust is broken, rebuilding it is incredibly difficult. If this episode proves anything, it's this: influence isn't just about followers, it's about narrative control. And once that control slips, the consequences don't just affect individuals, they ripple across the entire ecosystem.